And here we are with Ratchet and Clank, the new PS4 title that just came out. Well, not just came out, but came out on same day as Dark Souls 3. And for those of you who didn't know, I'm a longtime Ratchet and Clank fan. Grew up with the games, loved them, played almost all of them. So we're going to be jumping into challenge mode because I've already beaten the game. And apparently the difficulty on challenge mode is by default harder than the standard game. So I'm going to put it on normal for now. By starting a new challenge mode game, existing save data will be overwritten. You sharing one? Yes! Now, before I started a new game on challenge mode, I made sure I did everything in the standard game. I went back and got all the collectibles I missed, all that good shit. I'm not really gonna pay attention to the cutscenes or even have them in the game, for one simple fact that for some reason Insomniac decided that it was a good idea to make only half of the cutscenes in the game viewable on the PlayStation Share, because I can record the cutscenes while playing on with the share feature on the PS4. I can record the first half of cutscenes in the entire game, and then once I get about halfway through the game, for some reason Insomniac just decided, this half of the game's cutscenes, it really shouldn't be on record, you know. So fuck that. For some reason, it's retarded, I know, and because of that, I'm not really gonna include the cutscenes. This is gonna be me just straight up running through the game. Now, as I said before I started challenge mode, I made sure I did everything in the standard game. I guess he doesn't want me to do the fucking bullshit tutorial again, which is pretty cool. Now I can just completely ignore him. Fuck you, Grimroth. You weren't in the original game. You're a complete stranger to me. Like, get out of my face, mofo. Boosh. No, he didn't. He sheepinated them using his trusty sheepinator. Cork, you're fucking getting the story wrong. Come on, man, read the script. You of all people should be, good at that. Acting. Oh, shots fired. Anyways, so yeah, I made sure I did everything in the original game. I went back to every planet, got every collectible, every gold bowl, every card, every fucking everything. Okay? Now, oh my god, that was almost, yeah, the Ratchet and Clank games are known for being exploitable through glitches, at least with me anyway. Oh wow, okay, so I guess my gadgets don't carry over. That's actually pretty cool. I'm okay with the gadgets not carrying over. Because being able to do everything right off the bat, whatever, I'll fucking do it the standard way, revisit the planets when I can fucking do what I gotta do. But yeah, I made sure I did everything. Got every trophy I missed, as well as all the collectibles, as I said. And now all I have left to do in the game is fully upgrade every weapon, which I could have did in the standard playthrough, but that would have required a lot of grinding on enemies I'd already beaten. Figured might as well do that since everything carries over into challenge mode. Your card collection, your weapons, they all carry over into and your health, your experience on your weapons and health, all of it carries over into challenge mode. So once I discovered that, I was like, all right, well, I'll just finish all the grinding I gotta do, like getting the rest of the cards and upgrading the weapons in challenge mode, because why not? Why not do that? So this is Ratchet and Clank, guys, and as I was kind of briefly sharing with you guys at the title screen, I'm a longtime fan of Ratchet and Clank. I bought the first game when I was a kid, and when it first came out on PS2, and ever since I was hooked, I bought all of them. Goin Commando, Up Your Arsenal, Deadlocked, which was more of a spin-off game, but it was really good nonetheless. I loved Deadlocked. I enjoyed it. It kind of introduced a new take on Ratchet, Whoa! Okay. More of it felt like a, like the whole game felt a lot like it just, a lot more combat focused and arena based. Not so much like puzzles and platforming. There was platforming. Not really too many puzzles that I can remember. Most of it was just, fucking fighting. But, yeah, Deadlock was great. I thought it was awesome. And that's when I stopped playing Ratchet games. Tons more have come out since then. Like, I pretty much missed every single game on PS3. Omega Weapons now available. To acquire an Omega Weapon, first upgrade a weapon to level 5. Complete the hologrode set for that weapon class. Then the Omega Weapon will be available for purchase at any vendor. Omega Weapons have additional rare titanium upgrades and can reach up to level 10. What? And here I thought my fucking, my bolts were useless at this point. That is absolutely not true. Wow. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so, the fucking flamethrower was one of the first... Actually, it was the first weapon that I used the most and fully upgraded. Holy shit, they even changed the look. That's so awesome. The game... Oh my god, okay. So far, I have yet to get to my opinion on this game. I'm still talking about my history with this game, which I should probably finish. But, I have a lot to say about this game. Yeah, so I stopped buying the Ratchet games when they started hitting the PS3 because I was hearing bad things. I was hearing that the games are just getting worse, and what I mean by that is not necessarily gameplay-wise, because the Ratchet games have always been solid when it comes to gameplay. But what kind of was bothering me, and a lot of fans, not just me, is the Ratchet games, the reason why they were so fantastic was because they were like fucking movies. They were awesome. You have these memorable, lovable characters who are hilarious. And it's like you're watching a movie, you know, you're seeing their journey and their adventure and all that, combined with this amazing gameplay. And then the cutscenes and the story was just always a complete joy to watch. Because, the Ratchet games were pretty famous for, you know, it's jokes and adult humor, and it's a game for all ages. That's why it's such a good game. Like, kids could play it, and even adults could get enjoyment out of it. And the adult humor is pretty, it's on the down low, but it's still there, and it's hilarious whenever you hear it. And what kind of sucked about the Ratchet series was Insomniac started like getting rid of that more and more. Like the adult humor started becoming non-existent, and the game seemed completely only for kids, and it was so like rated E, and you could tell by the way they talked and shit, like the characters, they were so nerfed in that sense, like, and that sucked. You know, because that was such an awesome thing to enjoy about the game. Like, the Ratchet games were such respectable games for that reason. They appealed to all audiences. They were for everybody. And that's why they felt like fucking movies. And, you know, they were great. The first 4 games, you know, fucking the first game, Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, and Deadlocked, they were all fantastic for that reason. But then we started getting into the PS3 games, which were severely, you know, getting rid of that, and they just felt so kiddie at that point. And I wasn't crazy about that, and I know a lot of the fans weren't either. I'm gonna quickly check the time. But yes, long story short, I am a longtime fan of the Ratchet games, and I was reading the reviews on the PS4 one. And the PS4 one caught my eye as opposed to all the others on PS3. So many came out on PS3, like Into the Nexus was one of the more recent ones. Fucking Crack in Time, Future Tools of Destruction, and All for One. I actually played All for One. And the only reason I played All for One was 2 reasons. One, I was able to co-op it with 3 of my other friends, Nath, Brendan, and Adrian at the time. He's not my friend anymore. But anyways, yeah, we all played it together, and that was actually a lot of fun, playing a Ratchet game with 4 people. That was pretty cool. It didn't feel very much like a Ratchet game, though. It felt very focused on the multiplayer, and which is not at all bad. I mean, that's the reason to play it as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah, it didn't really feel like a true Ratchet game. I was wondering where Victor was. I wasn't sure if he was supposed to be chasing me in the segment before this, but here he is. This character is very boring, bland, and stupid. I don't know why they put him in the game. You only fight him or see him as Clank. You fight him now, if you can even call this a fight. You're just running from him. In both fights, you just run from him, because Clank obviously can't beat him. And, yeah, fucking Victor's so stupid. I don't know why he's even in the game. Like, he's... You see him twice. Now, at the beginning, and then later in the game, during one of the fights, and then it's literally copy and paste what I just did. You're running from him again, and then he dies. And that's it. That's all you see of Victor throughout the entire game. Like, why does he exist? That was pretty questionable. His existence at all, like, why he was even put into the game, no idea. I have no clue. But anyways, where was I?
What seems to be the problem?
So yeah, All for One, yeah, I played it because it was very co-op heavy and I wanted to enjoy it with my friends. And Dr. Nefarious was playable, which I could not resist because he's my favorite character in the Ratchet games. I love him to death. He is so fucking hilarious. I love Dr. Nefarious so much. He was my favorite ever since I first saw him in Up Your Arsenal. And I love his voice actor. Aaron Shimmerman just does such a good fucking job playing that character. And he just sounds like he's having such a fucking blast doing it. He sounds like he's having the time of his life playing that role. And that's what makes it so much fun. Like, the voice actor truly enjoys what he's doing, and he's putting his all into it. And that's what's so awesome about Dr. Nefarious. Like, he's just filled with life and character, and he's so great. He's easily the best thing about the Ratchet games, in my opinion. He's awesome. And, but yeah, so that was the only reason I played All for One, or One for All, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't know. But yeah, this game, however, this game was on the horizon, you know, with the movie, and when I heard there was going to be a movie, I was like, oh sweet, I grew up with the games, I'm definitely going to go see that. It's not out yet in Canada anyway, and I have yet to go see it, but I will go see it. And then they announced, Insomniac was like, oh, we're going to make a game based on the movie, based on the game. I was like, oh, well. And then I saw the trailer, like, way back when. This was, like, a couple years ago when they first announced the game. Or maybe a year ago. I can't remember exactly when I saw it. I think it was a year ago, actually, when they announced this game. And they announced that there was going to be a movie and shit and all that. And, fucking... When I saw the trailer for this game, when it first got announced, the first thing that, like, I was so impressed with was the graphics, and that's another thing I want to get into right now. This is, like, the most gorgeous PS4 game that exists right now. This is, like, the prettiest PS4 game ever made so far. And the graphics are just fucking phenomenally amazing. This game looks so incredible. I can't get over how good it looks. And that was a huge... I mean, I mostly wanted to buy it because it was a Ratchet game and I heard it was good. But the graphics, I gotta say, it was a selling point. Like, when I watched the trailer, I was like, holy shit, this game looks fucking incredible. And I know you shouldn't buy a game solely based on graphics, but they certainly help when a game looks really awesome. And so far, the two best-looking games on PS4 that exist right now is this game and The Order. I think those two games have the best graphics on the console as of yet, but I'm sure they'll top it eventually. But man, is this game fucking amazingly gorgeous. Like, look, fucking look. Like, every world, every planet, everywhere you go looks amazing. Like, and Ratchet, like, you could see each individual fucking hair on him. Like, he looks incredible. He looks like out of a Pixar movie. He looks amazing. But, yeah, so, you know, I saw the trailer, the game looked really pretty and awesome, and I was like, I might actually, you know, get that when it comes out, because it looks amazing. And then, when it finally came out, I read reviews on the game and heard it was actually pretty damn good. So I was like, you know what? The game looks amazing. It's on PS4. I want to build my PS4 game collection. I miss the Ratchet games dearly. And it, you know, all those factored in. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking buy it. And another thing... Actually, no. I'll get into that later when I talk about... my thoughts on this game now that I've beaten it, because I have a lot of opinion on this game. It makes no sense, that's a joke, but doesn't matter, fuck you. But yeah, so God, this is gonna be the talking non-stop episode. I haven't shut up since I started. Jesus Christ. But let me see how I'm gonna take this asshole out. Not going to use the Rhino. Debating... Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll use the Rhino. I just don't know when. It'll fucking rip bosses a new asshole. So I don't really want to use it on bosses because I'll make it look pathetically easy. So I don't think I'll use the Rhino on bosses, like, ever. As you can see, I'm still trying to level up my, my gear. Oh my god, I almost just threw up in my mouth a little. That was really nasty. Not a fan of that. But, yeah, so, you know, heard this game is great, picked it up, and so far I've loved it. But I guess now I'll start getting into my opinion on the game. So I have issues with the game. I got this game, yesterday. I've already beaten it. So, needless to say, one of my issues with the game, out of the few I have, is that it's really short. Not crazy about that. I played it like all day yesterday, and a lot today, and boom, game's over. So, that's pretty lame. Not a fan. I really had hoped the game was going to be longer, and its ending kind of caught me off guard. I felt like there was going to be more, and then there wasn't. So that was pretty lame. But now I should start getting into, you know, like, for example, when I bought this game, I had no idea that it was a reboot of the first game. I had no clue. I knew that it was going to be a retelling of the story, but I didn't know that, for example, they were going to use all the same planets and do generally the same story, but even then it doesn't. Like, this game did a really cool twist on the first game. Like, it completely retells the story. It's the same story more or less, but there's a lot of differences to it. There's completely new characters added to the game. With also the inclusion of Dr. Nefarious, which is probably the best thing you could have done to make this game fucking awesome. And, like, I'm a huge fan of that. And fucking, the story is a little different in the way they tell it. I'm gonna fucking pop one of these down. I need to level up all my shitty weapons, if you guys are wondering. Like, see, I could obliterate these guys with one of my good weapons, but I'm trying to level them up. I gotta do it, because I need them trophies. What should I fight this guy with? I don't know. I have one grenade. Boosh. Oh, there's fucking... Ugh. Alright, let's pop one of these down. Dance your asses off, bitches! The Groovatron is fucking incredible, by the way. Oh, wow, that leveled up really quick. Shut up, Grimroth, I can't pay attention. I'm trying to murder. Oh my god, okay, this fucking thing's kicking my ass. I'm sorry, guys, but I am going to bust out the rhino. Dun, 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 dun. Holy shit, it died in like 1 second! Holy fuck, I know the rhino's amazing, but Jesus Christ. When I just beat the game, before I started challenge mode, I beat Nefarious a second time for fun, just to make sure that like all my progress was saved and all my weapons would carry over. And I used the rhino on him. Holy shit, the boss fight's a joke if you use the rhino on him. You kill him in like 2 seconds. The rhino is fucking crazy ridiculous on bosses, so I'm not going to use it on any of the bosses. I will have to use it from time to time because I need to level it up to get the trophy. I have no choice. But I'll try not to use it as much as possible. I'll only use it when I feel like I really should. But I'm going to check the time. Hang on. So yeah, as I was saying, this game's a complete reboot of the first game. And it's got its issues. There's some things this game did that I wasn't a fan of. Like, for example, this game feels way shorter than the original. Now, I haven't played the original since I was a little kid. I actually still have yet to buy the Ratchet & Clank collection on PS3. I still haven't picked it up. It's one of those games that I put on the back burner and I knew I've wanted, but never ended up buying it yet because I just never got the chance or had the extra money to do it. But I do plan on getting the HD collection on the PS3 and playing the original 3 again at some point. But and then I'll truly be able to compare this game to the original. But the original felt longer. I felt like there was more worlds. Now, I don't actually have proof of that. I don't remember how many planets there were exactly in the original, but it felt like there was more. And here, let me fucking get my upgrading out of the way. Wow, look at this. It's got no. Okay, so I thought my game glitched, right? When because I was wondering why I didn't get the trophy for fully upgrading a weapon. Now I realize my weapon wasn't fully upgraded. And once I upgrade this bad boy, I'll get the trophy, so that's pretty cool. Now, yeah, so as I was saying, you know, the first game felt like it had more. I know there was planets in the first game that they didn't carry over. Like, every planet on this game was in the first except for a couple. Like the Deplanetizer, for example, that obviously wasn't in the first game because it had a lot to do with the new story plot points. Excuse me. And, but, like, for example, this game didn't have any giant Clank moments because the first game had an ability where you could make Clank turn into like fucking Godzilla Clank, and then you could do giant robot battles, and they were actually really cool. I always had fun as Giant Clank. It was awesome. Oh, cool! All the cards are respawned. That's pretty awesome. I'm happy about that. But yeah, they completely took those out of the game. That's bullshit. And I could swear, I could almost swear 100% that the first game had more levels and shit. But I don't know 100%. I'm pretty damn sure I'm right, though. There we go. Completed another set. So I should have the card set done in this playthrough. Yep. Alright. But, now, there's things that this game did to piss me off. Like, it's shorter and it excluded some planets and some features. But it also added things that were never in the original that I think are fucking amazing. Like, for example, one amazing thing this game did was, it basically took all the most popular guns in the series and threw them in this game. Like Mr. Zircon, for example. That's a fan favorite among the Ratchet & Clank fan base. The second that weapon was introduced, they started putting it in all the Ratchet games, and now it was in this one as well, which is fucking awesome. And they had some of my other favorites, like the Sheepinator. I loved that gun as well. Pretty sure that was in the original. Either that or... actually, I think the original had a chicken gun. I think it turned the enemies into chickens as opposed to sheep. But I can't remember if that was the first game or not. There's a good chance I'm mixing up the originals because, again, I haven't played them in, like, over a decade. Like, I was a little kid when I was playing those games back on PS2. But, yeah, so I can't really remember that well. But, yeah, fucking, this game threw in a bunch of the more popular weapons from all the games, which is awesome. I thought that was fucking amazing. Because Mr. Zircon is incredible. He's one of the best weapons in the whole series. He's so amazing and funny. Not going to use him for a bit, though, not until I buy the Omega version, because you know, he'll just kill so many enemies that I could be leveling up my other weapons on. So I don't want to do that. I'm almost done with the Sheepinator here. But, God, yeah, so, as I was saying, with things that this game added to make the series better, you know, it started putting in weapons from all the games, which is awesome. Nefarious, that's another plus to this game that the original didn't have. The graphics, obviously, although I don't really count that. And then fucking... What was the other thing? There's another thing I really loved about this game. Oh yeah, what I just discovered on challenge mode. The Omega weapons. There's so much replayability. Like, I was really sad with how short this game was and how fast I beat it. But thank God for the Omega weapons, and I have so much replay value here. And this game is so fun. Like, the Ratchet games in general are fun as shit to play. They are so much fun. The gameplay is just addicting as fuck, and they're a blast to play. They're not really all that challenging. They're more about having fun and exploring and collecting and kicking the shit out of enemies. Wow, that actually hurts you? Holy shit, I didn't know that. But, yeah, that's what the Ratchet games are about. And that being said, you know, they're not all that much about difficulty, but they give you so much replay value here, which is, I'm such a huge fan of that. I'm so happy about that, I can't express. And since the games are so fun, I'm gonna love fucking... Like, I'm already jumping into this game again, and I just finished it. I already, like, I'm not sick of it at all, or not even in the least. I already want to play it again, back to back. So, I think that's pretty cool. Because this game, you know, this game's charm is how fun it is. And throwing replay value into a game like this is just beautiful. It's perfect. Because, as you guys have heard me say 1,000 times in my other game reviews, replay value is one of, if not the strongest thing that I value in a game. So the fact that this game has a lot of replay value in it, that's fucking amazing. I'm so happy about that. I actually just remembered I need to be paying attention to my Groovatron trophy because I haven't gotten that yet. There's a trophy to make every enemy type in the game dance, and I haven't done it. I started neglecting it. I was on top of it for a good while in my first playthrough, and then I started falling off because I wanted to devote most of my attention to my other weapons. Mind you, the Groovatron is one of my favorites in this game. You know, that wasn't in the original. That was a gun that they added to the game. And it's definitely one of my favorites. It's so awesome.
More bad guys. Get ready.
And, yeah, there's a trophy to make every enemy dance in the game. And it's missable because there are certain levels where enemies are only in the level the one time. Like, once you beat the level, the enemies never show up again. Which is, you know, pretty lame. I'm actually wondering if I should turn it on hard mode, because this is... Well, actually, I remember the first few levels are really easy, and then, it started getting harder at around Kerwan, so I'll wait till then to see if I should up the difficulty. Until then, I won't. It should be fine. I'm thinking it'll probably be fine. Maybe. Probably. Most likely. Agents of Doom. The fuck was that for? I don't even know. I don't even know. I just want to see it. Because it looked interesting. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Glove of Doom. Oh! These are the guys that come out of the Glove of Doom. Okay. The Glove of Doom was another fucking fantastic weapon that... it was actually one of my personal favorites. I think it was introduced at Going Commando. And it wasn't in the original, but then when they threw it in this game, I was like, oh my god, I remember this weapon. I fucking loved using this. Because you, like, fucking throw out 4 minions and then they just wreak havoc on everybody. They're incredible. They're amazing. But there's a lot of guns I love in this game. And another thing I love about this game is that out of all the guns they chose to put in this game, all of them have their uses. I've used every weapon in every different possible situation you could account for. Like, every weapon in this game has a unique use for the most part. And I've ended up using all of them for every different possible situation, because there's been a situation for every weapon I've noticed. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. You know, good roster here, good weapon selection. Now, I've talked the entire episode, and there's only the main story thing to do left in this level. I just gotta fucking go down there and kill all the enemies and then finish the level. I did half the level, I did the optional stuff, and yeah, but I pretty much talked the entire episode. I still have a lot more to say, too, so the next episode is probably going to be filled with a lot of talking as well. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. This is just something I'm doing literally for fun, to kill time. Actually, I didn't even explain why I started the Ratchet playthrough. I had made a promise that I haven't been able to keep, which is I was promising you guys a Dark Souls 3 episode every day, but realistically I can't do that, and I didn't realize that till after, because Dan works every day, and sometimes he just can't play. Sometimes he just doesn't have the chance or the time to play with me at all. So there are some days we don't play, and for that reason I can't upload a part every day, because I don't always have footage. But I've been trying, and to fill the gap, I was like, hey, I got this new game, I'm playing it, trying to get all the trophies, why not fucking record the second playthrough? So, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you enjoyed, I'll do more either way, but I don't give a fuck if you enjoyed. I'm doing it! But yeah, it would help if you enjoyed. That'd be cool. Anyways, I'm ranting. Peace out. It was fun. See you next time. Part 2. Let's go.